guys, what's up? Welcome back to Carversations with Bemi. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode of Carversations. Where we talked about like public transport and everything. And if you're not caught up on the different conversation episodes, please catch up. I'll leave a link up here and in the description below so you can go and catch up on Carversations. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And Carversations are basically conversations that I have in the car, sitting down, as you can see, yes, about things that affect our lives, our daily lives as Nigerians, as Lagosians, as people living in Nigeria in general, and then some other things, like some of the things I'm going to talk about today, okay? Today, we are talking about sharing and splitting the bills as a couple in Nigeria. Let's just add in Nigeria so that it's not be like we are debating. You understand? So that's what we're talking about today, guys. We're talking about couples sharing, splitting bills, and what I think about it. I want to know what you guys think about it, and that is what we're going to be discussing today. Before we continue, I have to apologize. I don't know why I picked this spot to film these conversations today. Normally, I just pick a very quiet spot in my office area before getting to work, and I film conversations. But I've been hearing too many okadas since I turned on the camera, so just bear with me if there's so much noise. I can't seem to find another place that has good lighting, as you guys can see. Okay, yes. So today, this is a very interesting topic, and it's a very interesting conversation that I've had with my colleagues. I've had it online. I posted it on my Instagram. I think I posted something like that on Instagram, and people have talked about it on like social media, on Twitter and all that. And today I said that I'm going to talk about it on Carversations. So basically, what triggered this conversation was a post I made last week, talking about, let me even look for that post again on my Instagram page. Yes, I shared somebody's tweet on Instagram. Somebody said most couples will have to split bills and most women are okay with it. Like, can we move on already? Like, can we just move on already? And then somebody I know retweeted and she said, I don't think I know any couple not splitting bills. They barely exist in my immediate circle. Girl, I was like, they barely exist in my immediate circle too. I feel like the reality of things where we are now, especially in Nigeria, I don't know about any other place in the world, which I feel like even any other place in the world, but I feel like the reality of things right now as a couple, as people involved in a marriage, I don't think a one income household is cutting it for a lot of people anymore. There's still some people that survive on one income households, maybe only the husband is working or only the wife is working, and they all survive on that amount of money. But I don't think it is ideal anymore. I don't think it is sufficient anymore, because even the people that are working are even trying to look for other streams of income, because things are just getting expensive by the day. You have kids to send to school, especially if you want to give them the best, you have to buy their food in the house, clothing. House rent is not cheap, except if maybe people are living in the houses they built already or houses that somebody willed to them or something. House rent is not cheap at all and at all. School fees is not cheap. Medical bills, clothing, food, those things are not cheap, especially food. They keep rising and skyrocketing day by day. So I personally don't think that single income households, that's where only one person is bringing in the income, works anymore. And as you guys know, I'm even an advocate of, even though your husband is earning all the money in the world, as a woman, I'm a strong advocate of, you have to do something for yourself. We never know. You never know. Anything can happen. And I'm not even saying anything bad. It could even be good, but anything can happen. And I feel like every woman should have something doing. I'm not necessarily saying you have to wake up in the morning and go to a 9 to 5. You could have, I'm not even saying have a shop. I'm not even saying leave your house. You don't have to leave your house. There are so many people, even here on YouTube, that you guys watch, several examples that they don't live there. It's not so they have a physical business somewhere. It's just this YouTube they are doing. And they're even making money than some of us are even doing 9 to 5. Do you understand? You people should know the people I'm even talking about. So you necessarily don't have to leave your house. There are people that are working online. There are people that are just social media managers. They don't leave their house. They are at home. They are creating content for brands. They are helping brands to manage their social media accounts. So, the world is now so huge now that there's so much to do that I don't think any woman should just sit down and not do anything. But you know what? If that works for you, that's fine. But me, I have said what I feel and what I strongly advise and what I strongly advocate for, So that being said, I have seen a lot of posts on social media, especially not even posts, mostly comments. There are some pages that I follow on Instagram, like Mom Confessions, for example. Mom Confessions is a page where basically women, even men sometimes, they post things that, maybe about pregnancy, things going on in their marriages, they just need advice and so much more. Yeah. And from some of the posts that people send in the comment section, I have seen not once, not twice, not three times, ladies saying, "Oh, waiting concern me, concern to the pay house rent. Waiting concern me, concern to the pay NEPA bill. Waiting concern me to the pay to the pay what else?" Basically. And I have seen, when people post things like that, you see like 20 likes, 100 likes. And I'm like, this is actually what a lot of people think. And people see this post and they run with it and, go tell their spouses. Like, as a lady, you go tell your husband, there's nothing. Listen, I am not spending a dime in this house. You are the man of the house. You have to do everything. Really, when your reality is not their reality, you don't know if the person that is posting that, maybe their husband is like a triple billionaire. Do you understand? That can, cover up all the expenses, and all she just has to do is just chill. Maybe the guy is even paying her, what they call it, monthly salary. If a man is paying you, if your husband is paying you salary every month, listen, you don't need any 9 to 5, you don't need any job. Just be taking that money and be saving. The reason why I say you need a job is so that for a rainy day, you can always have that cash at hand. But if somebody is giving you that money every month, listen, just cross your legs and just be enjoying your life, okay? So you don't know the realities of these people. You can't just assume that, people have said that, as a lady, I'm not supposed to pay any bills. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to do that. And you just run with it like that. Like, I realize that it is affecting a lot of people in our generation. I have had friends that have asked me questions before. There was a particular one. She had told me that they wanted to move to a particular apartment, and the husband didn't have enough money for the apartment that she wanted. And so she was just, lamenting to me that, listen, she doesn't want the house that the husband got, that she wants another place. And I'm like, you are also working. How about, okay, for example, your husband can afford 1.5 for rent and the house that you actually want is 1.9. Sis, there's nothing stopping you from taking 400,000. Tell your husband, bring down 1.5. Take 400,000 out of your own money too and put it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Listen, I think a lot of men go through a lot of depression, high blood pressure, all these things, just thinking about how to provide for their family, especially when they don't have anybody assisting them. I feel like as women, if we assist, in a way, it kind of, lessens the pressure that men have. The reality of things is that, especially in my own circle, I don't know about people outside my circle, but in my circle, we're splitting bills. Listen, I'm taking care of food. He's taking care of house rent. I'm taking care of this. He's taking care of that. That is the reality of the people in my circle. And listen, it works for us. And I think that's going to be the reality for a lot of ladies too. What I'm just trying to say in essence is, don't let social media define the kind of relationship that you have. Don't let social media explain to you how you should be spending money in your house, or not sharing bills, or not splitting bills and whatnot. And I also have to say, we come out here as ladies every time and say, a man is supposed to also take care of his children, is supposed to also do house chores. In fact, we have said several times, I have said that my husband should not say he's assisting me, because we live in that house together. So what are you assisting me with? You use that plate to eat. So don't tell me you are washing that plate because you are assisting me. You're taking care of Tisha. So don't say you are assisting me take care of Tisha, because Tisha is your daughter, even though my husband doesn't say that. But I'm just saying, I have said it several times, that men should not say they are assisting their wives, because you're using that thing together. You created that human together. So you're not assisting your wife. You're doing what you're supposed to do. So if we as women come out here and say, men need to do chores, men need to wash, men need to cook, men need to this, men need to be able to take care of their children when you're not there, then why are we also insisting on my money is my money, his money is our money, like we all used to say? Do you understand? So at the end of the day, what I'm just trying to say in essence is, I feel like we should be splitting bills, sharing. As you're sharing chores and responsibilities, you should also be sharing your bills. You should also be splitting your bills. You want a situation whereby your husband is doing the chores, but when it comes to paying NEPA bill or light bill, you will say you have to wait for your husband to come before you pay it. Like, haba, like, how does that even work? And I think that in order for things to change, we also need to start talking about it so that society can start acknowledging and change the ways that we raise our children to think in a certain way. Like, I'm not going to raise my daughter to think, oh, you're just supposed to be in the kitchen, babe. You're supposed to always cook for your husband, but you're not supposed to pay any bills. No. And at the same time, when I have a son, I'm not going to raise my boy to say, well, you are the sole financier of that house, so you shouldn't be in the kitchen. As a king, you should raise your leg and let your wife. No. And I feel like if each and every one of us are doing that in our respective homes, by the time our children are marrying each other and coming together, things are much easier. Imagine another family that has raised their son to think that yes, he provides for the family, he also does his chores, he also does the work that he's supposed to do in the house, and his wife would also chip in when it comes to paying bills or splitting bills. You can even split it 50-50, depending on how much income is coming. Imagine my own daughter that I've also raised in that way meets your own son that has also been, society is just going to, everybody's just going to be all right. Everybody's going to think the same way. There won't be all this, somebody is the head of the family, Kinikon is the something, women are not supposed to work, all those kind of things. Like, I feel like everything is just going to be in, the way it's supposed to be. And, their marriages will be sweeter and better than what we even have now. Now, in sharing or splitting the bills, you can do whatever works for you. Different things work for different families depending on who is earning more. So you could some families have a joint account where the husband puts a percentage in there, the wife puts a percentage in there, depending on who earns more. One thing I know that has worked for some people is the 50 splitting in a way, which means that, so if the husband is earning more, for example, the husband can put in 10% of his salary, and the wife, who is also earning less, can also put 10% of her salary. Do you understand? So if the husband is earning 100,000, he puts 10% of his salary, which is, what's 10%? I don't even know math. He puts it, and if the wife is earning maybe like 50,000, she puts 10% of her salary, which I think is 5,000. Abi, is it 5,000 or 500? I can't think right now. And she puts it to, so that's another method of sharing the bills. Some people also do well, if they're earning around the same bracket, you bring this amount, you bring that amount. Different ways of sharing bills, Sha. The important thing I'm trying to say, in essence, in all of this is, please don't let social media define how your relationship should go. A lot, like somebody said, a lot of the people on this social media that are even saying me, waiting concern me with splitting bills. Now themselves, they pay pass. In fact, some of them, they're even the ones carrying the whole family on their head like this, So don't let social media define how your family dynamics works. That's one. Two, help each other out. Don't put the whole burden on your spouse. Don't put the whole burden on your husband, on your wife. When it comes to chores, don't put everything on your wife. When it comes to bills, don't put everything on your husband. Because listen, we're just trying to have a wholesome life here. No need for a man to be severely depressed all the time. No need for a woman to be severely tired all the time from chores. You're supposed to have fun in your marriage. You're supposed to enjoy your marriage. You're supposed to radiate the glory of the Lord. So why are you making one's life miserable just because they are in a marriage with you? Hello? Excuse me, why? Anyways, that is what I'm talking about today on Carversations. And I know that people have been talking about this a lot. And even me, I shared it on my Instagram, like I said, and got a lot of feedback. But I just had to come out here to talk to you guys about it also. So, what do you guys think? Do you believe in sharing bills? I believe in sharing bills. We share bills in my house. We share chores in my house. So, yeah. What do you believe in sharing bills? Or if you also do not believe in sharing bills, let me know. Like I said, what works for you. Let's do whatever works for you. Don't let social media define it. If you're lucky enough to have a spouse that is taking care of all the responsibility and that's what works for you guys, that's 100% fine. No need to this thing. So let me know what you guys feel about all of this. Are you pro sharing bills or you're not pro sharing bills? If you don't live in Nigeria, how does it work abroad? I feel like people share bills abroad. Like I feel like single income households cannot work over there. But if you're abroad, just let me know how it works. Yeah, and whatever else you guys want to talk to me about in this conversation, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two. Catch up on other videos if you haven't. Share with everybody that you know like this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bemi signing out. Bye guys.